Hey, welcome back to the podcast. I'm Joe.
I'm Parker.
Hey, man, I appreciate you.
And why?
As do.
Thanks,
How's your day?
bro. It was long. I worked today. Turn around. Every now and then I get a little bit lonely.
Hungry and there's nothing good around.
No, yeah, I had to close last night and open it this morning, but it closes like 8, so it wasn't
Be
that
honest. Were you irritated when you found out?
a little bit, but I gotta work with fun people, so it wasn't that bad.
How was the early shift after working late shifts consecutively?
Well, the late shifts is literally fucking 1 to 8, so it's like that's a whole day, and I worked 9 to 5, so it's like the same thing basically. That's
1 to
how
8s are better, right? Like 3 to 8, whatever. That's better because you get to
I
sleep in because you're
yeah.
awake at night anyway.
Yeah,
Night
true.
owl
I mean,
type
I went to
shit.
bed at I went to bed at 2 AM last night.
Why?
I just wasn't tired because I drank dude, I've been drinking way too many caffeine, like, energy drinks. I don't know why I just said caffeine. I've been drinking way too much caffeine. Well, I guess
Hey,
that makes
man, we
sense.
got that tiny coffee maker. You should
Well,
start brewing.
yeah, I
It
should
tastes
start.
good.
I just got a sample from the store for some, like my stepdad was, he was like, "Oh, I'm a fan." When I told him, like, because it doesn't necessarily usually say the ingredients or, like, what it like, the aromas or whatever the fuck it is. It said it said, like, navel orange. It was some weird thing and
It's
then
like a citrus
cashew.
coffee.
Well, then cashew.
Cashew.
Yeah, it was coffee. I had to ground it up, and it smells good and everything. It smells better than the coffee they serve
Is
there.
it ground coffee?
No, it wasn't beans, and
Did you grind it up?
I ground it up for my parents,
Because
yeah.
this is drip coffee maker we have.
Yeah, so I could,
Aren't you getting a Keurig?
I might, but no, my mama said, they don't make that type of Keurig anymore, and that's the only Keurig that she likes.
We
So,
we should get one of those like full on like I don't know $2,000
I don't think
machines,
so. We
dude.
should just split like a $90 Keurig, bro.
Dude, I just want to get a. So, see, Parker is a business owner. Can we mention that now? Unofficial.
Unofficial, don't say the name because I don't want
Unofficial. We're
nobody.
not saying the name or what it is, but it's legal. Trust me. But
Mhm.
like, imagine this, right? We have a warehouse that we buy. It's insulated, right? Doesn't matter. It's probably gonna be in a warm place.
Yeah,
Part of it's the studio. Part of it's the factory thing,
yeah.
assembly line, and then part of it's just like living quarters. And boom, you just have a warehouse that you
That'd be
vibe
dope.
in. Imagine if you rent out one of these office spaces where it's like a waiting room and they got a bunch of different rooms, right? But it was
Uh-huh.
big enough that we could have like a studio room, we could have a printing room. I just know that one of my dentist office had this. The thing
Yeah.
was, it was like a
Well,
suburban building, like a business building, and you'd go into
yeah.
their office and they had a bunch
It's
of
like
different rooms.
7 stories high, not even sometimes.
Yeah, not even that big, but just a suburban office building where it's like 2, 3 stories, and they have their waiting room, right? But you could have all kinds of you could have a what is it, a private physician or whatever, a family physician, you could have dentists in there, you could have an insurance business, but
Yeah,
they
it's
have like
adaptable.
7 separate rooms that could be offices or dentist
Or
rooms.
exam rooms,
Yeah, and then they have a little cafeteria in each for the employees because 'cause you're gonna have
little
like
break
3 or
room
4
thing.
employees in each thing.
That wouldn't be that bad, bro.
Right. That'd
And
be
it's
I
probably
feel
not that
like that's
expensive.
dumb,
No,
but
bro, guess who did it?
who
Like,
did it?
PewDiePie.
Oh, somebody did it, then
But
I don't
I
wanna do
don't know if
it.
he was living there.
Oh, okay.
So, but also, I know people all the time just rent out the office space for, like, YouTube creative videos, like, they'll fuck around, and I'm trying to remember Creature Hub? I don't know, did you ever watch Creature Hub?
No,
Uber Hacks or Nova?
no.
Uh, so it was like a gaming thing, but they would have, like, the vlogs inside the office, which I enjoyed because it was like I don't know if it was drawn to that lifestyle of just have like, living with, like, YouTube friends just gaming all the time, which I was drawn at the time, like, at that age, but also, I guess I was thinking that would be just a dope ass job having to drive yeah, still driving to an office space, but you walk in and there's Nerf bullets all over the walls and, like, people are shouting at each other, like, shooting Nerf bullets at each other. It's like that would be pretty cool. Like, just having a indoor recess, kinda, you know?
Mhm. I want a place that has, I guess, I don't know, rooms aren't meant to be
It just has
bedrooms.
outlets.
It's just a room, right? Or like a warehouse where you could just set up whatever you want. You could put the walls in, split it up
Well, I
however
think
you
I think
want.
Mr. Beast might do that because he has to have a warehouse to shoot, like, a bunch of different sets, right?
What does he do? Does he just
He
random things that
well,
people think are funny?
he started off with, he'd count, like, remember when, like, putting 100 layers of whatever on, right?
Mhm.
100 pairs of pants on. I think he might have started with that, but then he would do, like, counting to 1,000,000.
So, like, challenges. Sounds
Yeah,
right.
but then he'd live stream him counting to 1,000,000, and it was like he'd do it, and so most of his things that he
With
does.
Mississippi's or
Yeah, I think he was doing that shit, and so he, like, leaned back and shit, and he counted to fucking 1,000,000, which is kinda crazy. It was like a 10-hour long fucking, video or some shit. But then he started he got popular off that, so he got sponsorships and he got, ads and stuff, and so then he just used that money completely on the video,
Mhm.
right? And not like David Dobrik style. Sometimes David Dobrik style now, like, where he just gives a car away, but it'd be like going up to random people and giving them money or spending $10,000 and buying out a whole entire store or just stuff like that, and it gets him views, which gets him more sponsorships and ads, which gets him more money. Because like, I think his most recent one was probably, like, something with $1,000,000.
Yeah, we got a couple cars we could give away, huh? The
Yeah,
parking spot fiasco you're going
yeah.
through right now.
Oh, man.
Do you think you're a targeted
Well,
individual?
it's either they hear us talking about it and complaining about it, and they're just doing it out of spite, or
Bro, you gotta chill out. The patio's open, dude.
okay, sorry.
They
Well,
leave my spot open, but I don't move my car that much.
yeah, I guess, but it's where they park is plenty of more steps, like plenty of paces, 3 to 4 paces more than where I parked today, and it's either they don't count
You're out
or
there with a ruler.
yeah, 1, 2, no, it's either they don't count or they're doing it out of spite.
There's closer parking spaces
So
available to
so
their
here
door, so it's not like out of necessity, it's choice
yeah,
or just like some kind of
well,
I
this
need the first
yeah,
spot
that's what I was
weird
wondering last
urge.
night, like the primal not
Must
primal
have first
instinct.
spot.
Yeah, it's like, "Huh, number 1."
I've acquired.
Quieter. Last night, I was tired. I was just like, I was a little bit angry, and it was this small car parked in the first spot. So and you can't see it because you're parked in the second spot, and so the your car is a little bit longer than the car that was parked in the first spot. So I drove all the way up right behind your car, and I realized that he was there, and I was like, "Oh my god!" I was just like getting
'Cause
angry.
it's like a
Yeah,
not a
yeah.
Miata, it's the Chrysler version
The
of the Mi
Crossfire, yeah. I said I've never wanted to be a superhero more because how I said if I had super strength, how fucking far I'd throw that car. Like,
But
if
did
I
you just crumble it up though? I just squish it and like leave it there. Leave it, squish it and leave it in
No,
the
no, smush
shape
it,
it into a motorcycle.
and then just park in the front spot, but leave it like the motorcycle like, you know how people with
Yeah,
motorcycles and cars, they
yeah.
park their motorcycle right in front of the bumper? Just do that. Or just crumple everything other than the main door, the driver door.
Just don't do anything. Just go out there and take all the lug nuts out.
I don't need super strength for that, bro.
Exactly. Well, some of them are on tight. Why don't they put that in movies or something? That would
They
be
definitely
funny as
do.
to
Well, they
see.
no, you know what they do in movies? The brake line.
But what would happen? Because they're still on those bolts, so
The
it would
faster they
come
go,
off
the rattle.
after a while. Yeah.
He hits the one speed bump, it's like, "Dunk," and he goes, keeps going, hits the second speed bump, dunk, just keeps dropping off.
Have you seen those cars that just look like those trucks that just lose their entire back axle?
Oh my god, it's just like and it looks like
Or the
what does
people
it
that
look like?
attach the ropes to their bumpers?
Oh, yeah, those are stupid. Or when they're, like, trying to pull a tree stump up and they're, like, going full force and it rips out super easy and just comes flying into their back windshield,
Yeah, man, those
shatters
tree
it.
stumps are nasty,
They
dude.
are, dude.
With all those videos, people tempt fate a lot with some very nice vehicles, man. Those are always hard to watch. You can watch a screw up compilation of old ATVs or whatever,
That's like,
but when you see the Lamborghinis getting floored by accident that go through the window of the dealership, or like the Mustang, the guy that's driving it can't handle it, so he hits the gas and he doesn't realize how much power it is, so he kind of fishtails and slams into a parked car, which happens to be a Lamborghini because it's like an auto show. Dude, those videos just pain.
or you know which ones are, like, the stupidest to watch? Like, I know, like, a Range Rover or a Land Rover isn't really, like, super nice car, but it's, like it's nicer, but when they're driving around trying to do donuts on the ice over a lake or something, and then it just, like, slips in, you're like, "Aw." But you saw that one viral video on, like, Twitter or whatever, that where, like, the lady's recording and the dude, like, the young kid, probably our age, hops out and he goes, "Oh my god, I'm so sorry." Like, he hit their car, like, their bumper or some shit, and, like, trying to park, and he, like the lady's like, "Call your mom, call the insurance," or whatever, and he's like I don't know if he said okay, but he starts just walking back into the driver's door, and backs out, pulls forward, and instantly hits the tow hitch on a fucking truck and, like, fucks up the side of his car and, like, fucks the truck up. I'm like, "How, dude? Like, how?" I guess, I mean, nervousness, I get it, but, like, it looked like he was gonna clear it, to be honest. From the angle that it was recorded at, it looked like he was gonna clear it, and it kinda just clipped just barely. But I guess maybe it was the tow hitch just shining in the light or something.
I feel bad for truckers too. People cutting them off, they can't stop because
Semis,
they're
yeah.
so heavy, just going through their back seat and stuff. I see so many semi things in the winter.
Oh, yeah, definitely the winter. You know, you ever seen, like, some of the pictures of, like, the accidents where, like, the tiny cars get smushed because they can't see them?
Yeah,
Like
those are
the I don't even know what they're like, the bean-looking cars? I don't know which one would be called, but the Mitsubishi, like, they always get it in pink. It's the four-door, like, tiny ass little, hatchback.
I don't know, man. Those little car I like being low, but those little cars, that seems like you kind of squished
The
in there.
death trap, bro. And it's like, "Oh, a Miata looks so cool," until you're driving next to one on the highway, because you see how low they really are to the ground and how tiny they are compared to other cars.
Yeah, if it was big and low, it's fine. Like a Lamborghini is a big car and
Yeah.
it's low, or a Ferrari, like an actual, not bite-sized automobile.
Yeah. There's a lot of those, huh?
Tricycles, front or back, man. If you're driving a Spider with the 2 wheels in front or one with the 2 wheels in back, you
Wait,
look
what
weird.
about the slingshot, the car? There's the Spider, is it because there's, like, the slingshot, which is more car-ish, and then I think the Spider is more motorcycle-ish, right?
Think so. The Spider looks like a snowmobile with wheels.
Yeah, so the slingshot, it has an actual body, but it's either 1 wheel in the front and 2 wheels in the back, or vice versa. I think
Oh, I know what you're
they're
talking
always in
about.
Chicago, bro.
Okay, those, yeah, I don't that is kinda weird.
It looks like one of the old hot rods,
Yeah, it
y
does.
right?
We pulled up next to that Cobra. It was like a straight
Oh,
up,
yeah.
I don't know if it was AC or whatever the letters, but
No, wait,
it was a Shelby Cobra, like a
oh,
straight
that one?
up OG one, not the GT, just the one with no top, whatever it is. Pulled off
Yeah.
and it just rumbled. It literally
Yeah.
rumbled away as he got through the
And then
gears.
we saw that Viper.
Yeah,
That looked kinda cool.
but
Which
that thing was kind of like a small car like that. Like those
yeah.
things look dangerous. Or those Porsche.
It's got a big front, like
Yeah, or those Porsche or Porsche, whatever, those ones too, those little
the
ones, it's like,
911s.
yeah, those speedster, it's like,
Oh, the
ooh,
Boxsters and shit. But I like Porsches, man. I don't know why. The Audi TT is another tiny car like that, but low key, I like it because it has a little bit more heft to it than like a Miata. It has a little bit more of a body, but it's almost a little too bubbly. You know the old Subaru, like, what are they called? Like the
the XR,
WRXs?
yeah, the WRX.
The with the big old bug eye lamp, like, headlight? Those are cool.
Those
What
are
did
like rally car. Rally car, that would be fun 'cause you got your little map guy
mhm.
calling out the turns. Tense. Because it's like you're not just going in circle. I don't wanna knock any other type of racing because I guess Formula 1, it's windy and
It's
stuff, but still, it's just this seems like,
it's more dangerous because, like, with Formula 1 and sometimes like, well, sometimes it's on, like, streets, you know, they make courses out of the streets
yeah.
of, like, Spain or something, and so but that is still, at least it was somewhat made for cars, it was somewhat made has a hard ground, you know, while rally car is usually in forests and stuff. Is
They're
that
also
term?
spread apart, aren't they?
In rally car?
Yeah, it's about the
Yeah,
time, so they
yeah.
each go one at a time or something like that?
It's like with water slides, you know, like 30 when you 30
Yeah,
seconds down, yeah.
which is that
But
makes me
then
feel better because I don't wanna be around other people. When
but
it's
then what
just
happens if
you
you
versus the road, it's
yeah,
appealing.
I trust that a lot better. But still, once you if somebody, like, kinda fucks up and has to, like, you know, back out, take a slow ass time, I'm sure it's, like,
I'm
minutes
sure they
apart.
have some they
Yeah.
talk about that, but what's crazy is the people standing right there when those things, there's gotta be
The
some kinda different.
photographers and shit,
Yeah.
dude, they and the car comes flying, they're, like, sideways and
Yeah,
shit,
it's
and it's like,
awesome.
"Oh my god," and
It's
you see, like, the
awesome.
dudes, they're like, "Oh my god,"
Yeah.
because they're 'cause would you be that dude? Would you be the one filming the photographers?
From a distance,
Like, across on the safe side.
why would you stand on the inside or the right out, like, outshoot of a turn? The 2 places where it would mess you up.
Because it's
Stand
the
on the
coolest action shot, think about it, though.
Alright, but set up the camera and put one of those cords into it and then go stand off to the side, dog. I know you wanna follow the thing, set up 2 cameras, figure something out, your life is there, okay, and you
Get a,
need
like,
to
a
preserve it.
more zoomed in lens.
Drone.
That
You
they
get a
do
drone
that.
nowadays.
Yeah. Would you wanna be one of those, like, as a hobby, would you wanna be one of those drone racers?
No, I would you have to be, I feel like, crazy and also jacked, but I would love to do that, like, Red Bull racing with those guys, those planes. That'd be insane. You know what I'm talking about? Where they go and they go at the air shows and they, like, stall and
Oh,
they
yeah,
fall
yeah, yeah.
backwards and they turn around. It's
You'd wanna be the
intense.
passenger in one? Or did you wanna
Or
do
just
it?
learn to do it. That I know you'd have to devote a lot of time to it, but just seeing those guys, like, what how do you feel in there, man? Because it's like I'd be throwing up and shitting myself by now. Like,
That's what you said the G-force pants are for, right?
yeah, it's a G suit, but
G-suit, yeah.
that keeps you from passing out. Because if you pull it, it'll squeeze your legs, keep the blood in your head.
Huh.
Just
That's
feel
fun.
one G pull the eject thing. I'm with the Blue Angels ride along.
Sorry, dude.
You should have
Nah.
said something, man. I want to eject at like, can you eject at Mach speed?
Your face probably get, like, blown off or some shit. It's like, you know, when you, like, stick your face out the window, car drive?
Except more.
Way more.
You think there's like big bugs up there that just come and
You swallow one. Oh,
you eject
exactly.
right into a flying like an airplane flying by? Just
Holy shit, imagine.
doink.
Have you seen this is, like, a totally different term, but have you seen like, the you know, like, the pretty big RC planes? Like,
Yeah,
they're, like, probably as big as this table almost.
yeah.
Did you see that one that
By the way, this table is as big as one of those
it's a
RC
s
planes.
yeah, yeah, exactly. It was flying, and then it's like everyone's like, "Woo," clapping and shit, and then it just it doesn't explode, but, like, the wings fall off because it's too weak. It's like, "Oh,
Some of
man."
them are cool though, but
Yeah,
they're
it's the
all
size of a
electric
Miata,
and
bro.
shit.
It's a dorm bed, bro.
Yeah, there you go.
A twin
It is a
XL,
dorm bed. It's one of those tables that you see all the frat people jump on.
and then it doesn't break. The drunk dude that wanted everyone to stop playing beer pong. I was at
It's
work
just
trying to light a piece of bread on fire today. Bro, this is gonna be kind of a sad note,
okay.
but I was driving on the highway, and I saw a baby dead pig.
All right, man. Stop doing that because I keep forgetting you tell me, and you start with baby, and then you don't say pig till the end because you're trying to do it like
It's a
it's a dead pig baby or a pig,
that's a
a
baby.
baby pig dead. I saw a baby pig dead.
That sounds
Okay.
stupid. I saw a dead baby pig.
You said I saw a baby dead pig. All right. So,
I saw a dead baby pig. My bad. Like,
but you were pausing, bro.
I know.
Dead baby pig.
I'm not laughing at dead babies, but I mean, it was just, but it was, I think it was in like rigor mortis. So it was just like, I don't know, man. Have you seen the fucking semis hit the deer? It's in like
Dude,
top 10 brutal car crashes or some shit.
I'm so glad I haven't encountered a deer. I don't want to deal with it, man.
Yeah, bro. I know somebody up in Wisconsin. They hit a deer going like 30 miles per hour. Totaled the car.
Imagine a moose. Imagine if a Miata hit a rhino at like 30 miles an hour. What happens? Is anything? Ah, maybe.
Dude, you know what I just learned? A fucking rhino, no, not a rhino. A hippo, right? I lost that because what are those animals called? Pachyderms. It's like the tough skin. It's like elephants, hippos.
Thick skin.
But I just learned that a hippo, its teeth can grow up to a foot to a foot and a half. It weighs 8,000 pounds.
Okay.
That's insane, bro. And how they like chase things in water. It's like, have you ever seen them like chasing boats and shit?
Yeah.
They can't swim. Like they're not like dog paddling.
Why'd you say it like that? They can't swim.
Dude, they're 8,000 pounds. You think they can swim? Well, I guess a boat swims. They'll bite your head like they'll squish it like a watermelon. But they literally, when they swim, they get into the water, touch the bottom, boost off, and then just arc like that, bro. That's fucking scary. Just imagine that underwater.
Crocodile.
Yeah, but you can hold down an alligator's mouth with just like your fingers. It's like
Yeah, you mentioned that. I swear that's more complicated. I'm gonna look that shit up.
all the force,
You walk up to it like the Caesar dog guy with your fucking
Yeah.
noodles, like, it.
Dude, I love it. He's like, no, the dog just needs more work. It's like,
Yeah,
no,
man.
bro, you just bit your hand off. What the fuck? I don't know, man.
I don't think we should be qualified to handle or own or anything with animals,
Yeah.
other than something that like a cat, where you just have to high five it and just bring home some food.
But then the high five turns into like your hand being clawed off.
Yeah, I'm
I don't
good.
know, man. You want to go get a cat?
No, but
A goldfish.
yep.
There we go.
Yeah, dude, knowing us, that would be dead soon too, though. Come on. Nobody's gonna feed it.
Yeah, and or the water's gonna get real gross or some shit because we're gonna forget about it for 2 days. What about a beta fish? You know a beta fish?
No.
You don't know what betta fish is?
I don't think so. If
They're
I saw it, maybe.
Yeah, like when you walk into Petco, they're like colorful fish and it's sitting in like the little Tupperware jars. Yeah, they don't treat them very well there, but they fucking you can't put two of them in like together because they'll just fucking beat each other to death.
Really?
Yeah, it's kind of wild.
Peace.
Doses.